You know, the thing about you know, any movie really is you live through it with your family, and you know, everybody. We were all together in South Africa together, and it's you know, it was a big family experience. So it's nice to, you know, bring my wife to see it. It's a great sport. I mean, it's a tough sport. It's a brutal sport. I don't know that you know, I certainly would not start playing it now, being almost 40, but. It's a rough, you know, sport, but that, you know, it's part of the culture there, and a big part of it. So just worked out really hard, lifted a lot of weights, and watched what I ate, and had a couple of, you know, Terry Claybon, who's trained me for all the Bourne movies, and then Matt Damon, another guy from Miami who just worked with me, did some weight training down there, and I just had a lot of help.
Tonight's my first chance to see someone else play me in a movie, and I'm quite nervous because it's weird. He's a lovely bloke though. I've met him a couple of times socially. We got to know Matt very well, and Morgan, and Mr. Eastwood, and they're just unbelievable people. I think the obvious thing would people would want to see the rugby and the style, but I don't think it's about that. It's about the story, and it's about Madiba. We call Nelson Mandela Madiba in South Africa. It's about him and his wonderful leadership and his sense of forgiveness, and also the vision that he had for South Africa. So that's, you know, that's going to be the telltale of the movie, of how the sporting event with his leadership brought a nation together and made the nation proud for the first time in their history. A month ago, I had tea again with Madiba, and we both got very emotional because we realized how fortunate we were at that point in time in South Africa's history, when a nation came together, when for the first time in the history of South Africa, every South African were proud. And when we shared tea a month ago, he got teary-eyed, and I was incredibly teary-eyed.
It's been a haul trying to get a project going that's going to, you know, set you up, so to speak. So we're very happy about this, very happy indeed. We're going back down to South Africa next week to premiere the movie, and we're going to screen it for Madiba.
Tonight's a culmination of 10 years of Morgan and I searching for the right project for him to portray Nelson Mandela. I have butterflies in my stomach, and Morgan hasn't seen the film yet, so tonight will be the first night, and Nelson Mandela's daughter is here, and I'm on pins and needles.
He was born to play Nelson Mandela, so that should be no surprise that he's doing it, and he really is quite splendid in it. So you spend a lot of time on a film, you just got through saying, you spend a lot of time, and then it has to go take a life of its own now. So that's part of its life.
Clint is a tour de force. Partnering with Clint was one of the best things we ever did. It's fantastic. I couldn't have imagined making a better movie. It surprised us. We were really pleased. We just hope that people will see this and really understand who Nelson Mandela is. Nelson Mandela is a man who shows the world the power of forgiveness leads to reconciliation, and for us, it's an amazing message.
He's going to be 92, and he's still clear. He still remembers 1995, and just the vision of the man when he walked onto the stage wearing a springbok on his chest, where it was actually a symbol of apartheid in many of the black people in South Africa's eyes. Just that special character and his humility is something that I'll never forget.
The hardest part on this film really was getting it right. It only happened in 1995, these events, and everyone's still alive. Everyone on our crew remembered that day. And if we got anything wrong, they would say, Lori, come on, you gotta move those people over. So it was really difficult. It's a fine balance getting reality and the creative controls.
I'm a huge fan, obviously, of Clint Eastwood, and I've had the pleasure to work with Morgan Freeman and Matt Damon, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this movie.